truth. What is the truth? Now, when I say what is the truth, I'm saying the truth is what you believe in, what you have created to be your truth. Most of the truth is going to come from within you. That's where you're going to find all the answers, all the truth. So there's no wrong or right in this, because one person might believe in something else as the truth, and the next person don't believe in what the other person believes in, but to them it's the truth. So it all comes down to what you have created in your environment, you know. So when I say what is the truth, you know, you have holidays, you have celebration in this society you live in. You have Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. All these holidays come around. A lot of people, believe in celebrating and eating and drinking, have a good time. That's their truth. Some other people, not really into celebrating any of those holidays because they don't really believe in them. There's no wrong or right, as I said again. It's just up to you to decide what's best for you, what makes you feel good. As long as you feel good, that's what carry you through this world, through this society, keep you steady-minded, grounded, and that's the best thing for you. So, what is the truth? And like I said before, the truth is within you. And for example, I'm going to use the martial arts. I say the martial arts is a way of life. That's what I believe in. That's being my truth. And the reason I say that, because through martial arts, it has opened other doors for me, like yoga, meditation, dancing, natural ways of eating, changing your lifestyle. Anything that gives you a way of self-expression, a change, I believe is the way to go, in a positive way. So all this I've learned through the martial arts. So majority of my truth, I did not find in a book. I found my truth through experience, through going through the journey of life. That's where I found my truth. See, I'm not a person that read a lot. I might read a couple quotes here and there and glance in a couple writings and stuff like that, but I'm not a person to read an entire book. I'm more a person that goes through the real life experience of it, because I feel, in my opinion, that's the best way to learn. Because anybody can read a book, but reading what somebody wrote, their experience, and you're trying to, in your mind, trying to relive that. Knowledge is power. So when I'm saying knowledge is power, it's that the more knowledge you have, is the more understanding you're going to have. Where do you get your knowledge from? That's the whole thing. There are a lot of books out there. There are a lot of teachers, gurus, martial artists out there. Where do they get their knowledge from? What makes their knowledge more superior than everybody else's knowledge? Right? Where their knowledge come from? How was it created? Just like martial arts, I could say again, like, I do karate, I do Shorin-ryu. Shorin-ryu karate, there's a lot of katas, forms that are involved in that style. Do I believe all those movements will actually work in a real life situation for self-defense? No, most of the stuff is not going to work. But it's good for your mind, good for the body. Exercise the body, good for the mind, keep you healthy. Because it's movements. You're doing repetition, different movements, moving the body, and through movement you develop form, technique, and you develop the mind. So not every technique in Sharon Rue is going to work in actual fight. You know, it wasn't really developed for just all fighting. That's the thing. You know, it was developed for more healing, more for the mind, body, self-expression through movement. That's the key. See, it doesn't really matter if you're doing Kung Fu, Karate, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, yoga, dancing. The key is movement. You need to move. You need to move every limb. Move your toes, move your fingers, move your shoulders, move your hips, bend your knees, jump, squat. You need to move. You need movement. Flow of motion. That's the key. That's one truth. And that's in the martial arts. Self-expression. So movement is the key. And that's the key to health, is movement. Exercising. You don't necessarily have to do full splits and bend your body into a pretzel and, you know, do all these things. But you definitely need to have some form of a movement. You don't need to run 10 miles and be the fastest runner in the world, or, you know, jump the highest. But you do need to have your heart rate pumping up to 160, 150, even 200. You need to get your heart pumping. You know, that's important. You need to get a little sweat going. You know, you could sprint, you could jog, jump rope, swim, and that comes back to movement. Flexibility is also important, which is still movement again. So you're going right back to movement. You can get through gymnastics, yoga, dancing. You just need to stretch. You don't have to stretch out completely into a full split, or, as I said, bend your body all in different positions. But you do need to touch your toes. Now, I can say now that the foods you eat, how important is the food you eat, what you put into your body, how you fuel in your body. In my opinion, in my truth, in my world, I believe exercise and meditation. Exercise and meditation can fall into one. So, that's my truth. And as I said, all these things, I didn't gain all this from reading a ton of books, because I never even opened up a book and read anything about that, other than maybe some Bruce Lee books back in the days, Tav, Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee Fighting Methods, one or two karate books that I've read, but recently it's just all been self-expression and through journey, through lifestyle changes, through going through the experience of it. That's how I gain my knowledge. When I say there's no right and wrong in the truth, it all comes down to, as I said before, what you believe in to be your truth. So it's right to you, that's your reality. But to somebody else's, it's going to be wrong. But through my journey and what I've picked up through the years, I know for a fact, and I've learned, that if you don't eat properly, you don't get enough exercise, you don't get enough sunlight, you don't go outside, get enough oxygen, eventually your body's going to break down in you and you're going to get sick. Now, I'm not saying that, because you eat healthy and exercise, that you never get sick and you're invisible and, you're going to have this force field around you and protect you from everything. Nothing will ever happen to you. No, I'm not going to say that, because anything can happen at any time. You can fall down, you can have a heart attack, a car can hit you, and anything is possible. There is no force field around you that's going to protect you, at least not from what I know. Not from my journey. I haven't seen anything like that. But what I've learned is that I've lived on both sides of things. I've ate processed food, fast foods, drank alcohol, smoke. Way back I've done that, and now I'm on this other side of things where I'm consuming more natural foods, all natural foods, meditating more, implementing different self-expressions in my life. And which side do I pick? Well, obviously I pick the side that I'm on right now, the natural side, because I feel a lot more healthier, feel a lot more better in my mind and my body. I lost a lot of weight. I actually feel stronger, feel more flexible than I did when I was younger. So all this, again, I learned through just self-expression, through my journey, through experience. I didn't read a book to find this out. So that's what I said. The truth is going to be within you. And as far as, where this earth is going, what's going to happen to the earth, planet, when is earth going to end, a lot of things are going to be coming out now about the end of times, and a lot more. You're going to see a lot more organic foods coming out, because it's becoming a trend. It's becoming popular now because everybody is starting to wake up. At least not everybody, but like one handful of people is starting to notice certain things and notice certain changes, and they want to make changes in their life. So there's going to be a lot more stuff being said, and a lot more people saying things, and all these stuff, and a lot of this stuff is just done for money. Of course, if there's a lot more people looking towards eating healthier, the stores are going to have more organic products now, because that's what's going to be making money. People are more looking towards that. So, as I said, like the earth, what's going to happen to Mother Earth? It's the end of time. A lot of people, are coming out and talking about that too. In my opinion, in my journey, from what I've learned so far, the end of times, if you're paying attention to what's going on in this world, and when I mean paying attention, I'm not mean watching TV, watching the news, because I don't watch TV. I don't even have a TV, so I don't pay attention to know what the news is saying or whatever radio or whoever is saying. I just don't have time to pay attention to that. It's not in my reality. My knowledge is coming from just my experience, from being outside, being around nature, the climate changing. You can feel these things. Eventually you're gonna start feeling the difference, from just being outside. You can tell certain things that's not right. And from my experience, from my journey again, from the climate changing, the weather, and so forth, you can feel that things are happening now, and it's been happening. So a lot of people say, oh man, end of time is coming, was coming to 2000, 2012. They even make a movie off of it for money again. Oh, next one is going to be 2020. But what I'm saying is that things are happening now, right now. It's already begun to happen. So it's not gonna just be, Mother Earth is gonna go, okay, now it's this time and destruction, and then that's it. There is no time set for Mother Earth, to do whatever needs to be done, because it's happening right now at this moment. Changes are beginning to happen now at this moment. So if you're aware of your environment and your surroundings around you, you will feel, you will see that these changes are already happening. And it's only going to get more hotter. It's going to get more heated, as it go along. What's going to happen? As again, from my experience, from my journey, I don't know. And for somebody to say what's going to happen, in my opinion, they don't know either. That's why you have a lot of people coming out saying a lot of things, and a lot of people are just reading a lot of books, watching documentaries, and just coming up with what they believe and think that's going to happen. And nobody really knows. A lot of people in this world don't know what they're really talking about. A lot of people are just learning from books and researching from the past and just basically guessing, really, at what's going to happen. But main destruction is going to be from man. Humans going to be the destruction, basically, which is already happening already. So, is there going to be an end of it? Oh yeah, if there's a beginning, there's an end. But I don't know when the end is going to be, and nobody knows. They could guess and then say what they think they know from reading other books and not really having any experience from it or having any knowledge about it. They just believe in it and say, okay, it's gonna be this day and that's what it is. Anybody can do that. But I can say one thing, that changes are happening right now at this moment. That I know is true because I'm experiencing it, and I can see it, I can feel it, and it's getting heated, it's getting more hotter. And you know what happened with a volcano? When it gets real hot, really hot, it's gonna erupt. And once it erupts, that's it, explodes, flow right over. When is that gonna happen? Could be 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. Yeah. But it's gonna happen though, for sure, and that's a fact. So, um, that's just, that's just life. You know, you live and you die. In nature, you have the trees out there, bear the fruits. Some trees go on living, and some trees die, just like animals. Some animals live on, some animals die, just like that. The earth, Mother Earth, can go on forever, but fortunately, the way how we have treated the planet, and myself too, because I wasn't always the way that I am now. So it's actually my fault too. So the way how we've been treating the planet, treating the earth itself, it's coming closer to the point of where it's gonna erupt. So so that's the truth. And as I said before, you're looking for truth. You want the honest truth. You look within yourself for that truth. Everybody's gonna try to sell you something. Everybody's gonna try to tell you this, tell you that. Do this, do that, and always try to pull you away from what you're believing in into what they believe in, and corrupt you. Where everything you need and everything you already have, it's already there inside you. You already have it. You're already born with it. Just the fact that through living in this society, you've been brainwashed and you've been reprogrammed, and that's what happened, and you forget everything. If you want true clarity and you want to bring out what's inside of you and create, detach from everything. That's a start. Detach from TV. Don't pay attention to a lot of things you hear or you might see. Just look the other way. Just keep on creating what's inside of you. That's the start. Along with exercising, eating right, going out into nature, going to the sun, get some sunlight, going even into the rain, hug a tree, climb a tree, just be out there in nature and just don't pay attention to anything really, because a lot of things, all things in this society is all man created. Everything, the religion, all that stuff. Even my martial arts style, the Shorin-ryu, the katas, Shishin Nagamine, he created those movements, those katas. But what makes it great is that it is movement. So, as I said before, movement is important. I can create my own kata. I can create my own style, which I've kind of did, because I took everything that I learned and made it into one. So you have the power to create whatever you want to create. And that's what I'm saying, everything you need is within you. So detaching is a great start. And once you detach, you will start noticing that that a lot of things that you were paying attention to was pure nonsense. And you're going to see your mind start to open up more, and you'll become more aware of things around you. But the things that you're going to be more aware of is more in nature. Like you're going to start hearing the birds chirping. You're going to start hearing the crickets. You're going to start hearing the small things in nature, the sounds. and you're going to pay attention to it more. Your mind is going to be opening up more, your awareness, and through that, you're going to gain a lot of different experiences. So what I'm saying here is just from my experience, and I didn't read no book to get none of this knowledge. It's just from looking deep down inside myself and just detaching from certain things. It wasn't serving me anymore. It didn't do me no purpose. There's no reason for me to be, around certain things anymore. So I just detached from it. And from there on, open my mind up. Do meditation also is good too. Take a time out, meditate. And meditation doesn't mean you have to go into a zen, like go on your knees and like you're praying. You can meditate from just laying down on your back. You can just lay down for 10-15 minutes. Basically sleeping in a sense, where you're dreaming, you're meditating. Empty your mind. You wake up with answers. Wake up with ideas, information also. So it's good to take a time out and just be by yourself, not being around anybody. Just be by yourself, meditate, spend time with yourself. Very important.